That transport erector can now begin to move away from the vehicle. It will also be pretty slow and slight, but just enough to allow some room for the vehicle for liftoff.
And at T-minus 3 minutes, 22 seconds and counting, we are waiting for a call for Stage 1 liquid oxygen loading complete. This launch will take about 6,000 pounds of hardware, crew supplies, and science to the space station.
Stage 1 LOX load complete.
And there we have the call we were waiting for. Stage 1 LOX load complete. That is the liquid oxygen. One of the larger pieces of equipment that CRS-29 is carrying tonight is a technology demonstrator. It's called Illuma-T, and it'll transmit data to Earth on lasers. Those lasers can hold a lot more data than previous communications equipment, and this trial will show how that rush of data can help researchers learn a lot more about their work on the station. Dragon will be docked to the space station for about a month before returning home. At T-minus 2 minutes, 25 seconds and counting, we are awaiting the checkouts of the second stage thrust vector control actuators. And this is often referred to as an engine wiggle test. This is when SpaceX moves the thrust nozzle on the second stage slightly to make sure the guidance software and hardware is ready for flight. SpaceX does the exact same test on the first stage engines just seconds before ignition.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
And great call out there. Stage 2 LOX load is complete, which means that propellant loading is now complete on both stages of the Falcon 9. Dragon is also performing its final health checks to make sure that all the vehicle's primary systems are ready for its rendezvous with the International Space Station. You may have noticed that there's some white clouds around the vehicle there on your screen. Those clouds are normal. That is the chilled gas above the tank liquid surface for the liquid oxygen that we vent out overboard to maintain pressure in the tank as needed. And once that cold gas comes into contact with that warmer air, it creates those white clouds that you see there.
And we are at T-minus 1 minute, 5 seconds and counting. Soon the Falcon 9 computers will enter startup mode.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
And there we have the call from the launch director. Falcon 9 computers have entered startup mode, and the Dragon spacecraft is on internal power. Both stages are now pressurizing for launch. And
LD, go for launch.
And there we have the on-time call of the SpaceX launch director verifying we are go for launch this evening. Liftoff scheduled for 8:28 p.m. Eastern Time and 14 seconds. At launch, the International Space Station will be flying 259 miles over the Arabian Sea near the coast of Oman. We are 15 seconds to launch and counting.
15 seconds and counting. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, liftoff.
And liftoff of CRS-29 carrying cargo, research,
Full
and laser
downrange.
And a laser communication.
Engine pressure is nominal.
A laser communications demonstrator to the International Space Station, now in its 25th year of orbital operations.
Nominal power and telemetry.
At T plus 40 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from historic Launch Complex 39A in Florida. We are now coming up on max Q in just about 15 seconds or so. That is the point of maximum aerodynamic. That's the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will go through during its flight.
Max Q.
And great call out there. We have passed through max Q. Now, with that, we have 5 events coming up that will be back to back.